from the crooning. I come out and I was like, what is that beautiful croon?
Well, now you gotta fight people.
Now they're
Okay.
enjoy.
Rich, how many lava flows have you had already this morning?
What's a lava float?
What?
I don't know what this is.
It's a lava flow, okay?
What's a lava float?
It's a delicious alcoholic drink that is native to the islands.
I feel like I should have known that.
Please go
Certainly
Google
you
it.
should have known that.
You didn't know it?
No.
How many people know about a lava flow here? Not enough.
But we're not big 24-hour drinkers like yourself. I mean, that's
Yeah, I'm crazy guy.
not us.
So
We
drunk.
were at church and then we went to yoga and we came here. So,
Wow.
you know.
Okay, Gwyneth, get off the stage.
Hashtag
Thank
good.
you. Boy, oh boy. Hi, everybody. Who is drunk right now? Yes, front row. No, I'm just kidding. I don't really drink that much. I'm on a very limited diet. If you want to know about my SIBO or my acid reflux issues, totally could cover it. Exciting, middle age is great. Anyway, I'm really happy to be here. Just being able to look out here and see greenery versus like the back of a Hilton is really sweet. I feel like the general mood in here is very zen and awesome, and I don't know, it's just really great to be in Hawaii. Come on, y'all. And there's some people who live here already. I'm like, how do you do it? How do you get up and do anything with your life? They all look way too productive. I met one person from Finland. I'm like, you guys are in the dark half the year. You guys are productive, okay? If you have all the greenery outside, there's no way I would be that. I would not do anything. Anyway, I'm alone up here. Now I feel awkward. Just started talking a lot. You guys can line up and we'll do some questiones. What do I have to tell you about? I mean, really, my biggest accomplishment this year is ending the strike. I mean, I didn't do the strike, but I'm very excited that the strike is over, you guys. I think this is my first convention this year that I can talk about this show. Any show, that's right. It's been, I mean, you know me, I'm a girl of all hyphens. I do a lot of stuff, so I could talk about a lot of things I do at conventions over the summer. I feel like pretty good about being, Jennifer of all trades, master of none, but okay at many things. But it'll be very exciting to be able to answer you guys' questions on the show and anything else I do, as well as my SIBO issues. I'd love to talk about my lower intestinal flora. It's been a big accomplishment this year. You think I'm kidding? I'm not. Okay. So let's talk over to the right hand of the stage. Hello, beautiful. That's you.
Hello.
Yeah. No. Do you have self-esteem issues? You shouldn't. You're gorgeous. Hi. Welcome.
Oh, what's your favorite Lego set that you've built?
Okay, wow. First of all, I can't talk about shows. But second of all, thank you for asking me that. Because, y'all, my child is a Lego addict, and I have a big guilt complex, so whenever I leave town for work, it's big old Lego time, right? Oh, look what I found that came from Amazon last week that I put under the couch. That, look what I brought you back, because I only travel with carry-on. So I love watching my kid do Lego, and inevitably I have to do a lot of the Lego work, just clean up. She kind of treats me like a surgeon. She'll be like, Mama, 4. A skinny 4. Mama, now, blue, go. 4 squares, stats. You know, it's like helping her with the surgery. So she loves all the Disney princess castles. And if you guys follow me on TikTok, you will know the tragedy and the utter despair I feel in my heart when she takes those beautiful princess castles that I put a shelf in just to display, and then she tears out the good parts. Good meaning anything shiny or that looks like, anything that's not a Lego. And I'm like, ugh, why are you doing that? Why would you take that mermaid out of there? Why? So I get really upset. And then I was like, Felicia, you need to be zen about it. This is for her creativity. If she wants to put all the shiny blue pieces on one thing and pretend it's a raft or whatever she's doing, go for it. But there are 2 things that I've stolen from her that I refuse to let her tear down. And they're the botanicals. Have you guys seen the Lego flowers? Yes, they're so beautiful. And And that's what I get anybody for their Christmas present. I don't care if they like it or not. That's what I want to give you, and that's what you're getting. So I think they're really, really beautiful. There's like a succulent thing that they have now, and then they have the ones that are just like the boop, you know, the boop, boopy flowers. They're beautiful. Anyway, thank you for asking. So I stole them from her, I put them in my office, and I was like, you cannot touch these Legos. So thank you so much for asking.
Thank you.
I appreciate you. Thank you. Left-hand side, hi. Nobody's over here, you guys. If you look at the line, you know, go over there. Also split yourself. I can't see that far anyway. All right, so if I call you beautiful, I can't see you. But I'm really sorry. Anybody past, like, maybe the second row, blur. But you're a beautiful blur, and I really like you. Hi, left-hand side.
Hi. So we've seen you play so many different kinds of nerds in a lot of
It's true.
and from anywhere from magicians to Eureka to a whole bunch of other things. What is your favorite nerd to play?
Okay, I just like knowing everything. And you know why that's my advantage in TV shows? Because if you're not a series regular, you get all the dialogue. Because the series regulars work too hard to memorize all that stuff all the time. And they're really pretty. And they don't, why do lines when you don't have to, right? So then they're like, hey, guest star girl, you do all the info dump. Like, do it about medical terminology or whatever. And my dad's a doctor, and so I can remember that kind of stuff, or computer stuff, really easily. I will tell you that I did audition for a lawyer show, and I kind of was like, well, I'm just the smart one, I know everything. I could not remember anything. I could not remember, habeas corpus is it. That's it. And that's only because I read like Perry Mason novels as a child, okay? Yes, I was not cool back then either. So I would say that I love an expert. So I do like it, and if I can take the burden off that pretty series regular and have all the exposition in my mouth, that's like a win-win for both of us. So hire me to be your know-it-all nerd. I will show up anywhere except unless it's contract law, and then you want to hire someone else. Okay? And I guess I like people. I like nerds who are like. I mean, I get hired as myself a lot. If you hadn't noticed, I'm kind of nerdy. And that's who I am, and I have a genuine enthusiasm about things, and I love characters who are like that. I would not want to be like, well, you're really stupid because it's on page 34 of that Superman. You know, I don't want to be that kind of nerd. You know, the judgmental, judgy nerd person. I mean, I probably am not in real life, but look, don't hire me to do that, okay? So, does that answer your question? Does that answer your question? Okay, no. So, follow up. What did I do? I talked a lot, so.
Which kind of a nerd would you rather play? Like a sciencey nerd, a fantasy nerd,
Oh, okay.
like a nerd about technology? Like which one would you say would be your favorite kind of nerd to play?
Okay, yeah, my favorite, I mean, if I could be a know-it-all wizard, sign me up. Like, I've never been able to play a know-it-all wizard, but I would say fantasy, like, I would like to be the equivalent of a computer scientist nerd in a fantasy world. So that, I guess, would be like a real, I would get my geek on with mana fluctuations and stuff like that. Oh, some people got that. Okay, yeah, see? You guys would like that, right? Yes, does that answer your question?
Yes.
Thank God. Thank you. Bye. Hello.
Hi, hello, Felicia. My question is, how's your $500 free fish doing?
Wait, what? Oh, my $5 fish? She was a $0 fish, by the way. $0. So thank you for asking.
I thought, yes, your daughter won the fish for you, but you then had to spend
Oh,
$500.
I spent $500 on her. Okay, yeah, you're right. Again, this is a TikTok question. Thank you for following me there, by the way. I went to, okay, you know what? It's a really good question because it's about a year ago that I got that fish. So thank you for asking for an update on She Shell. Okay, that's her name. Didn't name her. My daughter did. She's almost 7. Okay. So we went to the Jewish Community Center down, you know, in Beverly Hills because they were having a celebration for a day. I forget the name of it. It was celebrating trees, I think. Anyway, somehow my daughter ended up at a kiddie pool, hit a plastic frog in the face with a ball, and was presented with a fish as a prize. First of all, that should be illegal, all right? Don't teach my daughter to assault amphibians. And second of all, don't give away animals. Like, that shouldn't even be legal. So anyway, I'm like, And the guy is like, oh wait, you got a frog. Here's your fish. Is that okay, Mom? Why would you present the animal and then ask permission when the animal is in sight and given to the child? That is possession right there. That is not, there's no backing up from that if you don't want a meltdown or like a child abuse case, right? So, or some serious like therapy bills in the future. So I was like, okay, I guess we own the fish. And then I go home and I know nothing about fish. And I'm at the age where I don't want to learn new things, okay? Don't tell me about something new. Don't make me learn a new skill set. Certainly don't give me a species that I'm unfamiliar with other than eating it to take care of. So I look it up and I'm like, holy crap. You know, of course I get on the betafishrights.com's website, so I can't chintz out and just put her in a bowl, because that's fish abuse, according to one person on the internet. So I go all the way to Petco, and I'm just like, okay, here's the list, $500. Yeah, this fish is, and then, oh God, I don't even want to tell you it was like 6 months of stress from this fish, so thank you, nodding.
Betas are hard.
Yeah, well this one is not dead yet. So anyway, thank you very much. I deserve that, I do. I deserve that round of applause. So anyway, I get this fish in this tank. It's like a 5-gallon tank, perfectly acceptable. Had to get the heater, had to get the thing. So I didn't know this, but I'm going in there every morning, like testing the water, and I'm looking at the water. I'm like, why is it getting hotter? I didn't know this. It took like 3 months to figure out that I kept buying heater after heater after heater, because I was like, why are all these heaters defective? Turned out my power extender was broken and kept overclocking the heater. So sadly, this resulted in oh boy, RIP. So we went my daughter wanted a second fish. I'm not finishing this story early, okay? You asked for it, you got it. So my daughter, somehow, she has eagle ears. I don't know, and I read online that there's a small kind of catfish that you can get that is a bottom feeder that will live with a beta without fighting to death. Who know these beautiful, I mean, it's like a reality show with these betas. They'll just kill each other. They're so pretty, but they'll rip each other apart. So anyway, you can only have a couple different kind of animals with a beta. And she was like, Mama, I really want a catfish. I was like, oh my God, oh Jesus, why does she know things? So we go to the local fish store, we get a little catfish this big, right? You gotta be careful, don't get the catfish that accidentally grows to be 3 feet long, because somebody did that on the internet, that one guy. I got the dwarf catfish, and so I got that one. Sadly, the heater thing was still not, it was an issue, and the water was getting up to 85 degrees. I feed the fish, I forget to put the lid back on. Yeah, I know. So Speedy won. R.I.P. Speedy won. He leapt out and he died behind there. And I was like, oh no. And my mom, my kid went up and she looked at him and she's like, can we get a gecko? I'm like, no, first of all, the beta fish is still alive. And no, so we had a little funeral for Speedy, and then we went to get another catfish, and we went and got Speedy 2. Okay, so update, I fixed the thing, everything's fine. Speedy 2 and She-Shell, who just has attitude. I don't know, man, this fish is not, I'll tell you one thing. I got the cat, okay, I'm wrapping it up. I got the fish and the dog around Christmas last year. I called my fertility clinic about a month in, and I was like, get rid of those embryos. It's not freaking happening again, right? I don't want one thing more to care for in my life. Every single ounce of time is mine. So that is the story of the fish, okay? Thank you very much. Goodbye. Can I get a gecko? I mean, she didn't even care. I felt worse than she did. Anyway, hi, left-hand side, what's up?
Hi, I just wanted to know what it was like working on the episode of House that you did with Hugh Laurie and all that cast.
Okay, that's a really good question. Thank you so much for asking about a TV show. I can answer it. Listen, it's good. It feels naughty. that was a really interesting, I had auditioned for House like 5 times. So they kept bringing me in, and kept bringing me in, and kept bringing me in. Did not expect to book it. I booked it. And my one memory, I have 2 memories, 3 memories. Okay, first of all, I had to get a prosthetic eye thing over my eye because I had something wrong with my eye. I don't even remember what it was, but it was like a whole eyeball contact lens, which was so weird, and I had to have an eyeball handler on set. Yeah, it was a union thing. So that was cool. Second of all, I remember asking the showrunner on set, because we were just kind of talking through it, and I got a little too comfortable as a guest star. And I went, it's kind of funny that I'm an architect, but I'm blind, because she was blind, she could not see. And he went, I was like, that's a little odd, isn't it? And he looked at me like he was gonna fire me. Yeah, if you're a guest star, don't be funny. Just stand in the corner, do your lines, and leave, okay? Third of all, I have never seen anyone hotter than Hugh Laurie. I walked up the set, I'm gonna get close to the mic, I'm gonna describe this to you. I walked up the set, and as I rounded the corner to the entrance to the stage, there was a man leaning against an Indian motorcycle in a leather jacket, smoking, which is really gross normally. But my God, he was so freaking hot. That's all I remember about that job. That's all I remember about that job. Anyway, thank you. Get out. Hey, right-hand side.
Was there a skill or stunt you had to learn for Supernatural that you hadn't done before?
Yes, and I'm very excited to talk about this. Wow, I can talk about it. So there's an episode, and I do not remember what is in the rest of the episode. I'll be honest with you, I have amnesia. COVID gave me amnesia. I don't know what happened this year, nothing. I think it could be permanent, it could just be that I had dairy about an hour ago because Kim Rhodes said go to Lappert's ice cream, and I was like, I haven't had dairy in 2.5 months, and I feel like I have like dairy amnesia right now because I cannot. I'm feeling sweaty, and like is it like am I bloating? I can't tell. Anyway, whew, yeah, Supernatural. So there was a scene where I come back after a while, and I don't remember exactly what it was. It wasn't the evil good Charlie. It was just me coming back. And there was a scene where I am hidden in a dumpster, and a bad guy comes up and he opens the dumpster, and I have to sort of like spring out and attack him. Now, I'm usually pretty good at stunts. I did a lot of dancing when I was younger. I did a lot of stunts on Buffy and Bring It On Again, which was terrifying. There's nothing, I've done a lot in my time. There's nothing more terrifying than a 6-foot-tall man holding you on their hands above their head. It's the worst. Like, I would never, in retrospect, these cheerleaders are champions. Anyway, so the problem was I was in a dumpster. They had cleaned it out, but it still was a dumpster. And I was crouching, and I am not fit, okay? I'll tell you that right now. I don't work out. I really should. I tell myself that every morning when I'm eating all sorts of food. So I had to wait for action and be crouching like this, holding a rapier, and then from complete darkness, look up, see the stunt guy who's like 6 feet tall, and then launch myself and hit him under the chin in this tiny little point right here. Now, guys, let's be honest, that's impossible for anybody who's mildly skilled like I am, okay? So we do it once, twice, 3 times. My thighs are trembling. Suddenly, I leap out and I almost get the guy in the eye. And they're like, get her out! Get her out! Put the stunty in, and action. And she did it perfect the first time. So, it might have been because I wasn't wearing my glasses, or have no thigh power whatsoever. Or like, you know, I don't like to drive at night. Night blindness is a thing, right? Yes. So anyway, I almost killed that guy. And that was the one thing that I didn't learn anything from. But I did learn that I don't want to do that in the future. Okay? Thank you. Hello. Hi, beautiful.
Hi. I know you play D&D, and I do as well.
I do. A lot of people do, right? Anybody here playing D&D? A lot of people. Amazing.
Yes. But how do you get into character? Because role-playing isn't my best thing. The fighting stuff I get, but the role-playing, I just don't get it.
Well, you don't have to. You don't have, I mean, I want to absolve you of the fact that you don't need to be an Oscar-winning actor to be playing D&D, right? You don't need to be great at the stats. You don't need to know all the rules, right? It's a very intimidating hobby, and a lot of people don't get into it because they don't know how to start. They feel like intimidated because of the rules, and then they might be more of an introverted person, not a natural performer. So for me, I would just adopt an attitude versus like role playing. Play a version of yourself, okay, just go completely Karen on somebody at a hotel that just took away your reservation, right? Like maybe you're hostile, right? And if you pick an adjective that you kind of want to aspire to with the character, and then you imagine a scenario that brings that to life for you in real life, like if talking to your mom drives you nuts and makes you want to vomit like me, you just take that if you want to have a nervous character. I'm not going more into that, okay? Don't ask me. But anyway, that's what I would do. Don't think you're going to play a character, right? You're just a version of yourself in a different scenario. And I think that will be, and then just imagine what activates that. I mean, that's what most film actors do anyway, right? I'm playing a 97-year-old woman this week. Like that's in stage, you can do that. Or in voiceover, you can do that. You can't do that on film. You're just gonna be cast close to what you look like. So like, have that be a comfort to you, because you obviously imaginative and you love playing the game. Just pick an attitude that you have had in life towards somebody or a situation, and have that be the thing that kind of activates that, you're being able to interact with the DM and the other players like that. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay, good luck with that. Yeah, what character are you playing?
I played a ranger.
Okay.
And when I got into it, I thought, okay, I don't know if this is my kind of game.
Yeah.
But when my character died, I was literally crying, so...
Oh my god!
Yes.
Wait, your DM killed your character?
Well, no, it was our own fault.
Oh. Well, the good thing is, as I know very well, death is not totally permanent, right? So get back in there. All right, good luck.
Thanks.
Hi, over here. Hi, how old are you?
Hello, my name is Cecily. You met my son in September at Comic-Con. Do you remember Elmo?
Elmo? Your son Elmo? Oh, yes, Elmo, the one with all the voices.
Yes, his name's Gabriel.
He's very good.
I just want to say you really inspired him that day.
Oh,
It
good.
really made his day. But the question I have is, what makes you smile and what scares you the most?
Oh, wow. What scared, both of those things would be my daughter. I mean, I would say that what makes me smile is her like having a great time. I mean, the delight in her face. And, as an adult, I don't know if we ever have as much delight in our lives. We should have a lot more delight in our lives. But if you really think about it, what is delighting you right now, Or what makes you go out and be completely, I mean, for me it's mostly dessert. And which is not great because I've been on this very restricted diet for a couple months because of my SIBO, which no one has asked me about. But yeah, I mean, I think we should all have that delight in our lives. But children, and I think the one thing in picking up my kid from school, there's nothing better than seeing, not only my kid, but some like 3 or 4 or 5-year-old, just seeing their mama and going like, I thought I'd never see you again. You're the best thing I've ever seen. Like just the look on their face is just so, I don't know. It's like we should all look at each other like that. We should have that in our lives, but we don't. So anyway, that's my thing that I love the most. And I guess the fear, I mean, I don't know if I fear her. I just fear for her. And I mostly worry about her, like I worry that she grows up being confident and strong in herself. And like she told me one time that the boys told her that she couldn't play a game with them. She actually, this is a cool story too. She was at a school that she didn't really fit in very well. But I moved her and she's doing much better. But it was a fine school, it just wasn't a good fit. And she was like, Mama, I want to be a they. And I was like, and she's 6. And I was like, great, you want to be there? That's wonderful. Okay, we can do that. Why? And she's like, well, Mama, all the girls want to play stupid family games. I'm like, well, that's a strong word, stupid. So I'm sorry, Mama. They want to play these dumb I was like, okay, family games. And then the boys won't let me play with them because I'm a girl. And that's why she wanted to be a they, because she didn't feel like she fit in. And it just like, I was like trying to keep back tears because I was like, well, that's how I feel a lot. I always feel stuck in the middle. I always feel like I don't fit in, and like, I don't want that for her, and yet I know that that's just gonna be probably her lot in life as well as me, and I can just be there for her, just to tell her, whatever you are, whoever you are is perfect. And so anyway, yeah, I wanna beat other little kids up. I guess that's at the end of the day. I fear for her and I just wanna beat other children up. Anyway, well, thank you for asking.
Yeah, no problem.
Okay, bye. Hi.
Hi, hello. I would love to know more about your SIBO. Actually, I have another. This is my first call, so I have another question. That is, how do you feel about that claim that somebody made a few years ago? I think about that female characters being used to further the plot of the main characters.
Okay, those are two good questions. Let's talk about the important one, the SIBO. No, I'm just kidding. I didn't know, listen, I just want to tell you guys, full transparency, pay attention to your poops, all right? That's all I'm telling you. And if you have an issue with your poops, go to the doctor. And if that doctor doesn't give you good answers, go to a naturopath. I'm from LA, that's natural for us. But I did, for a couple of years, have a lot of problems digesting and processing food. And I went and I dealt with it, and I can't tell you, I'm happier and I feel better in my life than I ever have. So, and you know, you just don't really, I mean, the same thing with anxiety and depression. We just kind of live with stuff, and we're very adaptable humans, right? We're gonna live and adapt to whatever we have, whatever circumstances we're living under. But at the same time, you don't have to. You don't have to accept the status quo as the quo, right? You can, and if it's a health thing for you, mental or physical health, or if it's a circumstance where you're in a relationship or a job or a place in life where you're just like, I'm just getting through. We're all there sometimes, but you don't have to stay there. And I just want to encourage you to question that and not settle. Anyway. That's how my poops got soft again, and thank you very much for that. As far as like female characters, I 100% know when I read, I mean, I'll be honest with you, I haven't had any acting representation since 2018. None. I just got a manager, so you'll hopefully be seeing me more on TV and film and all this stuff next year. We'll see. I can't control it, but I literally did walk away, and part of it was in the last year that I was kind of on Supernatural a little bit, but also looking for other jobs, especially having had a baby, my male representatives were giving me the lamest parts. And not only were they lame, they just don't exist. They're not like real people. I'm like, this person didn't write this as a real person. They're just like filler to get the guy from one point to another. And it happens all the time. And I'm not even sure it's personal. I just feel like, you know, if you're not an empathetic person and you're not writing from a character point of view, you're just trying to get the plot done. And I understand that has to happen sometimes, but unfortunately, women are the more victim of it because there are not as many women writers who are in charge of storylines and seasons and all of that. And I'll tell you the most egregious version was, there was a show that was on, I should probably say the name of it, but it aired like 5 episodes with a very big actress. And it was like this hybrid animation show. And I read the script. I was going into audition before this famous actress got the part. And I read the script and I was like, either I lost my mind or there's no character on this page. This woman is so boring. She was like a manager of something, a PR manager. I was reading it, and usually I can get a sense of like, oh, this is how I should play this character. It was nothing. And I called my manager and I was like, hey, did they originally write this part for a guy? I just literally had this instinct. And he was like, oh, that's funny you should say that. They did. I was like, can I see that version of the script just out of curiosity? He sent it to me. The main character was a gamer. He was a loser. He was a schlub. He had so much character coming out in every scene. And so the story of this animated character coming in and kind of busting their life up made sense. But because I guess the network forced them to make it a woman character, these male writers literally did not know what to do. And they created this cookie cutter of a character that had nothing going on. And I was like, I don't know what to do with this. And I feel like that happens a lot in Hollywood. And I really feel like, you know, blessed to have played Charlie as a measure of what I shouldn't settle for, you know? And so, hi, I'm talking profound feminine statements, but thanks. I'm so kidding. Anyway, so I just would urge you guys to support female characters that you really respond to, because it takes work for those writers to get them on screen, and I feel blessed to be surrounded by amazing female characters and women in this cast in particular, where we feel so empowered, and I can, you know, be like, I'm not settling for less than Charlie going forward. So anyway, thank you for all of that. Thank you guys.
What a fantastic island treat to have our very own lava flow.
Did you figure out what it was?
Can we Google it? It looks like a shake.
It's not a shake.
It looks like it's got a bunch of, throw frosty, a lot of sugar. Like yourself, frosty but with a lot of sugar.